Hello everyone, if you're a Legend of Dragoon and a Minecraft fan, I hope this video finds you well, because I have some exciting news. I've been working on adjusting a resource pack along with making an open world remake of the Legend of Dragoon in Minecraft. So, what this will involve I might as well just show you. So I'll pull up World Painter. So, people that are Legend of Dragoon fans, hopefully this image here, or this structure, or how the islands lay out, seems familiar. If it doesn't, I'll just go to this world map here and show the background image. So this was the actual world map for Legend of Dragoon. What I've taken that world map, I've used it as a backdrop for this large area, and I've made it so it's all open world game. So you can go from one region to the next region. So this Minecraft map will incorporate the entire game of Legend of Dragoon. The story, the bosses, custom mobs, custom NPCs. Of course, there'll be added on other stuff with that. But what I've taken with the world map system is allowed for people to be able to travel from one region to the next location without having to go back through the world. That was one irritation I had with Legend of Dragoon, and this is going to fix that. So as you progress through the game, stuff will open up in your world map, and you'll be able to explore those regions without having to physically go through each location. It's kind of more like Chrono Cross, if you guys have ever played that, or Skyrim. But with Skyrim, the difference will be that you can actually you're actually walking on the map instead of using a cursor. Let me go into a little bit more example if this isn't clear. So let's say we're going to the beginning of the game, which is right here. You'll be teleported to where Dart is. You'll see where Rose is, and then you will go to Celis. So as you go to Celis, and then you'll be able to go to the world map and go to the forest, as if you were in the actual game. Now once you get done with the forest and you go to prison, you go back. If you say you wanted to go back to Celis, you wouldn't have to go through the forest in the world map. And as you explore on this actual open map, you'll have other locations, and they will become open on this smaller world map. So it just allows for a fast travel situation, which was lacking in the original game. With how big and large this map is, it's kind of hard to tell. Just to see this region I'm zooming in on, this is where Rose will be. And then this is that backdrop mountain. Let me pull up an image so you can see what I'm talking about. So we have the prologue. I will have all of this. So this is the image we're dealing with. And so you can see this mountain here is this mountain, and then this large mountain here is this mountain, and this mountain that Rose would stand on in the beginning is right here. And you're saying, well, what does that look like in game? Well, we got something to show you here. So if I go in game, go to Legend of Dragoon Open World. Once this loads in, you will see what I'm talking about. I do have a time lapse of this, which I will share later down the road, so look forward to that video. But I have a showcasing that this is going to be the background where you're here, and you can actually be able to go through the forest, which you couldn't otherwise do, but you'll be able to go back and go through that. So yeah, I've been spending a little bit of time on this. I've spent a lot of time on the world map off of this and just getting that foundation built. Now of course this alone, adding in the trees and everything else and the actual time lapse that I'll show, it's taken me a long time doing, as small as that is, and the ambition I have for this project, clearly I'm going to need a lot of help. So if you are willing to help, I'll just go into this right now. Go ahead, and there will be a link to the Discord in the description. Make sure you guys sign up and just check it out. Even if you don't want to become a member, but you just want to check out images and stuff that I've posted on, feel free to join the Discord. Now, if you do want to join and you do want to become a member, these are the different roles that you can partake in. So you can work on the texture pack, which is a bunch of different options that you can do. You can do images, which is pretty much the blocks and different textures of the blocks, making them nice if that's what you're interested in, pixel art. You can do modeling, which dealing with modeling is custom NPCs and custom mobs. I worked on previously a Berserk mouse, which you can see here. I will try to have an image of the Berserk mouse so you can see it as a reference. But obviously this Berserk mouse does need more modifications and adjustments. I will eventually add, also they'll have custom attributes and everything that make these guys harder and easier. It won't necessarily be easier since it's a beginning mob, but as you progress, it'll be harder. Be able to add animations to this guy as well. So if that's what you're interested in, you can put that in, or texture pack music. So if you're interested in either making your own custom music, or if you just wanted to work on like playlists and just work with a data pack, it's not hard. That one's probably the easiest to do. But just let me know if that's something you're interested in, if you just want to be part of it. And the building aspect of everything. So building is just going to this. It's easy to show on the world map here, but actually going out and building these different regions. Hopefully you're familiar with a lot of these games. I'm trying to use this inspiration. One was Chrono Cross, was ZCL Orbis, but probably more commonly maybe Jak and Daxter or Kingdom Hearts. I have Destiny Island that I'll probably put in here. Dark Souls fans, we have Ash Lake that I'm trying to put in there. Hydra Marshes from Chrono Cross. City of Eden, Hermit's Hideaway. Deku Palace if you're a Majora's Mask. Deku Tree if you're Ocarina of Time. And the Forest Temple and all that. So I'm trying to incorporate other stuff. If there's other things you guys would find interesting or could take out a map region, like this map is open-ended. As long as you're not, if you find a spot that's not inhabited, or let's say like in these mountains or maybe in the snowfield, or if you want to make like a cavern base or just want to make your creative mind or creative Minecraft capabilities and be able to test and do whatever you want with it, this map is completely for you. I would have you stick away, if that is something you're interested in, I'd have you stick away from made regions, just because I'm trying to make this mostly a remake from Legend of Dragoon. But other than that, it's pretty flexible, and I'm trying to add custom puzzles and loots and dungeons along with parkour abilities. So pretty much things that people really enjoy will just all be manipulated and put in this map. Along with exploration is going to be the big thing. So major aspects that I'm trying to incorporate with this are like a leveling up system, major exploration, and then also there's the story-driven aspect from Legend of Dragoon. If you weren't curious about how the old setup was working, this is a little bit of how it was. So this was when I was using World Painter. So when I first started using World Painter, which is kind of embarrassing, was on Volcano Village. So I made all the stuff previous to that, like Celis, Forest, Helena Prison, all just by my hands. And I stopped doing that after Bale. So I even built all Bale, and it was just regular Minecraft like building, and that was crazy. But after Hoax, I actually used World Edit, and then or starting Hoax, I used World Edit. After Marshland, so Volcano Village, I started using World Painter, which is the software you see here. What I would do is I do like a square region, just map out like the background of what you would expect to see if you were playing in the game, and then I would actually go in, I would import this into a Minecraft map, go in, change the file, and then export this. The problem was this process of just importing and exporting takes a long time. It also starts getting laggy and the spacing. So major issues that I was having is like the teleporting. So like if I'm teleporting from, this was the world map, teleported from the world map to Celis, it's not back, so not far away. And if you're new and you haven't explored this region, the loading and the lag on it would be bad. So anyone that's like live streaming this or actually wanting to, show this, if they have never explored stuff before and it hasn't been created in their new map, it's just going to be harsh for them. Versus if it's just an open world, you keep going back to the same location and eventually starting to find new locations, it's not going to be as bad. So this helps with the open world map. Not only just helps with contribution from people, but also it helps with this lagging. So as I would make this world map and things get further and further apart because I have more and more stuff added to this game, you have to limit the amount of teleportation you're doing. If you never got to see the old one, this was the old one. So this was the world map that you see. I used to be building it, and you can see I was building this all by hand. Like if I go to Celis, or Bale, excuse me. If I go to Bale here, You can see the loading is a little bit bad, but this is all built by hand, which is pretty crazy. Oh, and the other thing too is you probably noticed that I have a different texture pack, and I'm also using Optifine. So with what you're seeing here is the modification for the texture pack that I'm trying to build. You'll see that the connected textures for the stone are a lot better than they originally were, because that's how Optifine works if you're unfamiliar with it. In different regions as well, you can make stuff look really nice. Yeah, and this was in World Painter or World Edit. But it's going to be really nice. I'm super excited for what we're working on. If you're curious about how I'm doing this, so you see how the fog changes color and everything, that's what we're going to be able to do. And yeah. But let me go into the actual texture pack so people just know. We'll have an understanding for what I'm working on. So I've been listing out all the different texture packs I'm using. You can see the list actually here, but the better list that you can see is just on my Minecraft. If I go to options, resource packs, these here, Conquest, David's, Details, Feudalism, Flows, Jickless, Ovos, Stay True, not that one, Epic Adventures, are the list of resource packs that I am trying to incorporate. So I take a list of all of those, and I will look through which ones I like, which ones match the game that I'm working on, or Legend of Dragoon best. You see a lot of it's Conquest, because they did an awesome job. If you check out Compatible Conquest Resource Pack, I highly recommend it. It's a little bit darker if you're not a dark guy, so just a warning on that. And I'm not much of a dark guy. I really appreciate Conquest, but that's also why I'm tweaking Conquest and not like just using theirs. Okay, well, I believe this is all I have. I went over at Discord, so just a reminder, if you guys are interested in becoming a builder, go to Discord. If you do want to join, this is all you have to do. Just join Discord, go to this team memberships role, and just type what you want to be, which is, you can go down to development teams and see what you probably want to do. Probably you'll want to be a builder, is what I assume, and just what times you're available and what time zone you're in. That'll be important because I want to set up a call, because if you are interested in joining and actually being part of this team, then I highly recommend being able to make a call and show that you are willing, and that way I can talk with you and see how interested you are, and every once in a while we can probably have a community get together and everyone give progress updates and see what stuff's going on. The only thing else I could potentially show you is just how I'm doing the texture pack, but I don't know how much it's worth. QMEX test map 1.12 is what I've been using. It's pretty nice by showing the different blocks. So I'd line up the different blocks and take a bunch of snapshots and pick which blocks I like. So this was me lining up all the blocks, and I can see how the biomes work to see that everything fits together pretty well. And also with Optifine, so you can have randomization, but you can also have variation with how you're putting stuff down. So you can see if I put them down horizontally versus if I put them down vertically, they can have different aspects to it. Which you can't do without Optifine, so that allows for better building designs and everything else. And there's variation you can do without it, but I just think Optifine is going to be a really nice, useful source that will be nice. Yeah. Also in the description, if you do want to check out this, it'll be the link to this save file. If you do have World Painter, will be in the description where you can download it. Check out the next video coming soon about this time lapse for developing this region. Should be kind of cool to watch. I'm going to keep working on this, but this will be incorporated here fairly shortly. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you're excited, please give it a thumbs up and comment if you guys have any questions or concerns, or just want to comment and say how awesome it is. I appreciate it. All right, you guys rock. Thank you. I'll see you.